Hi, my name is SOFIE Sandell. I'm one of the teachers here at Inseec in London. I'm Swedish, I lived in London for about 7 years, and I work with digital marketing. I do lots of speaking about marketing and how you're using social media and the digital world. And I've been teaching at Inseec now for about 3 semesters, and it's good. I'm responsible for about 4 courses. And my background is to work in digital. So I work with e-commerce, I work with different websites, setting up lots of website structures, worked internally for large companies mostly and some small as well, with their digital strategies and how they're looking at the future, what they need to do, what they need to do to create an impact and connect with their audience and their customers. Here at Inseec in London, I teach strategies for digital branding. It's a course that I set up and started to teach a few years ago. And that course includes like what is a brand, how do you look at a strategy, how do you get the digital strategy to work for a business, like a small business, a new business, an old business, the business that needs to go through the transition from being very old-fashioned thinking, maybe not so digital, to become more digital and connect more with their customers. Another course that I'm teaching is the digital tools for marketers and like what marketers can do. So then we look more into the details, we look into more depth about the engagement that you need to use the digital tools, and we look, big chunk of that is your personal brand online, because I think all students, when you go out in the world, when you go out anywhere, your online profile will matter a lot. So you yourself as your personal brand need to really be featured in a good way. So I'm teaching about your professional profile online and how you can make a better impression. Well, another course I'm teaching is digital communication for large institutions. And if you are an institution, that is something that the public is very dependent on you. So for instance, a hospital, a university, a bank, anything that has to do with broadcasting, TV in general, like the BBC is a big institution in the UK. And when you're in that position, there's lots of things that you have to think about that other more commercial companies doesn't really have to consider as important in the digital world. So that's one of my courses, to talk a lot about accessibility, how you create good content, what is it your audience there really need, and how do you reach as many as possible in the digital world. I think when you come to London, what you really need to bring with you is an open mind and interest in learning about other cultures. And I learned so much from working with different people from different nationalities, and it's amazing how much they bring to the table. And I also think that the mix of people and different perspective of the world, it helps. Like for instance, I work with a lady from Nigeria, and Nigeria, Africa have very, very different problems compared to where I come from, the Northern Europe part, Sweden. Very, very different problems if you look at the world and if you look at the perspective, what kind of issues you're trying to solve. But I learned so much from her. I'm very, very grateful for working with her and understanding her perspective and understanding what she wants to do and where she comes from. So open mind, learn more and learn about the different countries, because you're going to get to know lots of different students from all around the world when you're hanging out in London.